Hello, welcome to Radio Practice. I was already on my way to the Christmas market, but now this has been kind of like cancelled due to the travel situations. So, Practice Radio picks up stuff and then, yeah, from the manual for practice and then reconnects certain terms and, yeah, negotiates between them. Emily in Paris, my favorite reading or better looking at in the week. So artist talk, studio visit. Of course, they can be very different and depending on who's coming and who you're visiting. But I think there are some kind of like basic rules that can actually help you to go through and not torturing the other side. So let's start with an anecdote, a shocking anecdote. International Biennial, a year before pre-visit with 10 or 14 colleagues, so artists, who then are asked to present their practice to each other. Okay, there were also curators, responsible people in the room, so it was not only for colleagues, but nevertheless, I could not believe that only 1 of 10 was actually capable of not boring their colleagues out of hell. It seemed kind of like we said, these were kind of like not young youngsters that just left art school. Most of them had kind of long-standing kind of like practices, and it seemed kind of like if a kind of a winemaker or a cheesemaker would present their practice and then you were not allowed to taste it. So why would you not make your practice part of such a presentation? So one reason is probably you're not prepared. Whenever I hear the sentence, I didn't prepare anything, I actually should walk out of the room. Because that means I have no idea why you are here, what I could do for you, and how I'm relating to that. It's just ignoring any form of responsibility for the encounter you have signed up or at least agreed to. And another myth, or kind of also kind of like a simple move, is my work speaks for itself, with the consequence, why would I need to explain everything else? There might be circumstances where that is maybe a possible weapon to shoot off, but in general, it seems kind of like a declaration of ignorance, a declaration of actually being clueless about one's own practice and how it can be described to a minimum of intelligence. So, what is my advice? Prepare, that's the first one. The different methods, the preparation should be guided. Create a stable position to talk and to present from. I think that should be the guidance for preparing. How do I get through these 20 minutes? What are the elements that I can use that help me to chronologically go through the presentation? So preparing, creating stability. And then please take your own practice. take the works that you have done, projects you've done earlier in kind of similar circumstances, use them to then let them speak. Yeah, that's where the work can actually speak for itself. If you lay out a context, certain kind of facts, relationships, instead of just claiming a work will do something. You need to lay out the context, then the work can speak for itself. And even not every kind of like artist talk or studio visit needs to be performative, but there is actually also space and place for making these kind of formats into an actuality of art. You can suspend, you can dramatize such a format through your wishes with the perspective, again, to communicate to the other side something. I think that is also the second thing, besides being guided by your comfort, to also be clear what maybe is the expectation, but also what do I want to communicate to the other side? Because in some cases, it might be the right moment. Let's confuse the other side because they're too sure what you are doing. Then that's an easy task, but it's still, by laying it out, it can be understood and make things actually easier to actually target something. So, and the last thing I would think is also a good kind of like a guideline. Think about the person that you're meeting as your grandmother or your granddad. Get the complications down, be clear about the stuff you can communicate. Those who don't need to be communicated can be as confusing as they are. A artist talk, a studio visit are educational. You want to educate a person about what you do, what you maybe want to do, and how you look at the world. That's it for today from Radio Practice, Practice Radio, P.R.A.C.T.I.C.E. Practice.